Welcome back to another episode of the Drop Back Podcast. I am Bradley, as always, joined by my co-host. And if you missed last episode, we did our wide receiver core rankings 32 through 17. So go give that a listen if you haven't already. But how are you doing today, Zane?
I'm doing pretty good. We're doing the wide receiver rankings. As I mentioned, that's my favorite group. Y'all should go check out that last video. It's a good one. As you can see, we have maybe some hot takes on here. Y'all should go check it out. We explain it
Mm-hmm.
all. It's a good episode, though. I enjoy doing wide receivers. I'm sure we're going to talk about wide receivers a lot more this off season. So,
Yes, we probably will. We probably will. It's a fun position to talk about.
it is.
But yeah.
How you doing, though?
um, I'm pretty good. I'm excited. Now we're talking about the good cores now.
Yeah.
Um,
16 to 1.
Yeah. Now Jacksonville will make my list.
Oh, you had them at like 24 or something. I was like, oh,
No, I think I had them at 29
you
because
had
it
them
was.
at 29, and my jaw like just dropped. I was
Yeah,
like,
I forgot that Christian Kirk was a wide receiver on that team.
mm,
Um, but yeah, now I have everything situated. So,
good.
um,
It's kind of
yeah.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, do you want to start this one, or you want me to start?
Um, Here you go. I can start. I haven't started in a little bit,
Yeah.
so um, yeah. Here you go. I will start with. It was down to two teams out of this one. Um, and I'm gonna put the Browns here at 16.
I like it.
Um, Mari Cooper is up there in age. Jerry Judy hasn't shown anything. And then after that, there's not much that excites me after that. Tillman obviously is there, but Elijah Moore. It's just Amari Cooper is very dominant, but behind Amari, there's not anything that excites me. I think Jerry Judy could be a good wide receiver too. Um, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll. I don't know if he can be a wide receiver too. Um, but for Browns fans, hopefully he takes that. He takes a step. He's been in the league for a little bit now, so he should have already
Uh,
shown some things.
this will be his fifth,
So
maybe sixth. No, it's fifth.
sorry, what?
No, I was trying to figure out how many years he's been in the league.
Yeah, he's been in here for a little bit, so he should have already shown something.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
But that wide receiver core doesn't excite me much.
It's not good at all. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to go. I'm kind of in that like this three team like little stretch right now. I think I'm gonna agree and actually go Browns as well, just for
That's
the same
fair.
reasons. I'm stuck between them and the Cowboys right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I just think Ceedee Lamb kind of carries, and he'll do all the workload.
I mean, Brandon Cook is there.
I think he's a bum at this age. He only had 500 yards this past year. He's not.
Okay, but Brandon Cooks before this year was like he would consistently have 1,000 yards.
Well, yeah, that's very true. But he's just now way up there in age. He's older than Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper is still performing at like one of the highest levels in the league. So
I mean, they're only a year apart though.
true.
So yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I like Amari Cooper as a one. Judy just hasn't shown anything. Elijah Moore hasn't shown anything. Thrash, he's a rookie. The depth is solid. Like I would probably take the depth over Cowboys, but the Cowboys just have like a higher end talent that just puts them over for me right now.
no, that is
That's why they're up
fair.
here at 16. And I think they're just slightly better than the Raiders. Like it's just very slight. Like it's super close though. So
Yeah. Um, Here after the Browns, let me look. It's kind of hard between these like teams that have a star in there. It's all about true depth. Um,
It's like you have a star, but like, does that star outrank how bad your depth is?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I have to. I don't know. I think I'm going with the Cowboys here.
Fair.
Um, Cowboys, they don't have much depth at wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb is the true number one weapon. And after CeeDee and Brandon Cooks, it's just bad after that.
I mean, you have a top 3 wide receiver, and then after that, it's just blah.
Yeah. It's just
Cooks, I would say,
downhill
I wouldn't
from
even put
there.
Cooks in the top 40 right now. So,
Cooks top 40, you wouldn't?
no.
I don't. I'd have to rank them all to see where I'd place.
I really think it'd be easy. Like, if you looked at everybody, you'd be like, yeah, I could definitely do it without him. Because I'm looking at
Yeah,
him right now, and I'm including rookies in that. I would take a couple rookies over him right now, too.
yeah, I would take the big three out of.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and agree with you on that one too. Kind of in agreement right now. So I'm putting the Cowboys there at 15, kind of for the same reasons. It's super close though for these two for me. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't have much reasons though.
Yeah. Here I have the. I'm gonna put. It's down between two teams.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have a run of a couple of the same teams.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Okay, we're probably gonna be different here.
Jaguars. I'm not a big Gabe Davis fan. I think Josh Allen helped him perform a lot better than he actually is, because Josh Allen can just create time in the backfield, and Gabe Davis was open, and he like especially in the whenever they played the Chiefs that 4 TD game, like
Yeah,
every touchdown was just wide open, and Gabe Davis. Not a big fan of Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis. And Christian Kirk, I like. A little overpaid, but that's what you have to do in free agency. And then Brian Thomas, their three is pretty good, or is pretty all right. Brandon Thomas and Christian Kirk, I do trust a lot. I think Brian Thomas could really be a big star in this league, but after that, there's really not much after that. There's really nothing after that. Looking at it,
yeah. I mean, you go top 3, and then past that, it's just garbage. But like
yeah,
out of
it's
the top
just
3, you still have a top 3 that are, in my opinion, great. Duvernay's okay. Parker Washington hasn't done anything. Tim Jones, never heard of the guy.
okay. I didn't want to say that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's definitely shaky. They're
shaky, but okay. I think Brian Thomas Jr. can end up being like an absolute stud X wide receiver. He has like top 3 out of the class. He has like some of the highest upside. Christian Kirk's still a top 32 wide receiver. Gabe Davis is still probably a top 45 guy, and he's your wide receiver 3. So for me, their top 3 just outranks everybody below. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my reasoning. I don't have them yet. I actually have the Rams. I'm finally getting the Rams off the board for me. I like Puka and Cup more than I do CD and Cooks. Past that, both teams suck, though, I will say. So
Yeah.
that's just kind of my reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer Cup over. Let's say Puka is their wide receiver one and Kirk is wide receiver one in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I think I like Puka a bit more than Kirk. I have to definitely see more from Puka this year.
I do. I do. It's definitely like I can see putting him lower. I'm just high on Puka.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to see more from Puka. Cooper, there's more. He just needs to stay healthy, and then Robinson, Tutu Atwell, Tyler Johnson, and Matthew Stafford's their quarterback. So
They're chilling.
yeah, their wide receiver core is pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not great, but like I just think Puka and Cup are like still top guys in my opinion. Cup hasn't stayed as healthy, but I still think Cup is great.
Yeah, yeah. He had a lot. He had a late. And no, he actually had 1,000 yards a year or two before he had that.
He's had a couple good seasons in there, yeah.
Yeah, but that one season was historic, so it's hard to live back up to that height.
Oh yeah. No, you just can't.
Yeah, it's very difficult to.
Yeah, he missed a couple games last year. He missed the start of last year, and they missed the end of the year before.
Yeah, you just got to stay healthy. That's the name of
He's a
football.
slot wide receiver. He's taking a lot more hits.
Yeah. It is back to me now,
Yes.
and who would have thought that the Titans would have been in our top 15?
See, I have.
Or before entering before.
Yeah. It's it. I'm looking at it right now. Literally, all of their top three guys are like 30 or older. So after this year, it's gonna go back to being like really bad.
Yeah. Which. Do I put them here?
I mean, you totally can.
Yeah, I'm putting them here. Yeah.
D Hop's 31. Let me see. Are they all like?
Calvin Ridley's 29, I believe.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd's also 29. So they literally have three guys that are probably gonna be 30. They're gonna all be 30, 32 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting the Titans here because they have not. Calvin Ridley. He didn't. He dropped a handful of passes like last year. He had a kind of a drop problem. And he just didn't live up to his expectations. And he's degrading at quarterback. So I could see Calvin Ridley not living up to that hype. Tyler Boyd.
I agree. Calvin Austin will not live up to his hype.
Okay, not Calvin Austin. I honestly don't think anyone's hyping up Calvin Austin besides myself.
And a few other Steelers fans.
Yeah, of course, Steelers fans.
You said Titans here though, for sure.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd. We haven't seen anything outside of Cincinnati, but I think he will be a good wide receiver over there in D Hop. They have variety at wide receiver, which I like. They have a speed guy. They have a catch point guy. They have slot guy. Yeah. So it depends on Calvin Ridley's play this year. That's
for that, and also Will Levis. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. This wide receiver core is a core that you should be good at. Like, you should have good numbers.
Yeah, like there is no excuse for being wrong.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, I like where you have them too. Honestly, I was going about here. I think I might have Jacksonville over them, frankly. But yeah,
No,
Uh,
I don't like Jacksonville over them.
I I think Brian Thomas, D Hop's just at that age where I think he's gonna fall off. So I would take Brian Thomas over their both teams.
Fair.
I would take Christian Kirk over both teams, but then I would take all three of their guys over Gabe Davis.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think they have three.
I guess, and then they have just Burks sucks.
You said what?
I said Burks because he's their wide receiver 4. I said Burks sucks. So I was gonna say I guess they have depth past wide receiver 3, but Burks is awful. Kyle Phillips. No, you know what? Never mind. Jags are next. I forgot about Kyle Phillips. No, that's my dog. All right. I'll put.
Dude, and Westbrook Akine?
Yeah, you're right. The depth is better. I'm looking at it right now. And Jaquan Jackson, who's solid.
Yeah, because after Jacksonville,
Yeah,
after the three in Jacksonville, there's.
Yeah, no. The depth the Titans have is so much better. Never mind.
It's poor.
I still think the top guys will end up being better in Jacksonville than they will be for the Titans. But it's very close.
Yeah. It's just. Who's going to perform better? Because none of these guys have really. Titans kind of got older guys that have solidified themselves, and Jacksonville has guys that haven't truly solidified themselves besides Christian Kirk. So.
True. It's funny how most of this division is just right in this top group.
Yeah.
Wait, are all of them? Where's the top? Yeah, all of them will be in the top 15. This entire. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts have really good depth. Jags,
Texans, all of them have good depth.
Yeah, Texans really do have good depth.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I kind of like that where we have both these teams. I like Jacksonville's depth. It's just slightly better than what they have over in LA right now. If we were just going off of wide receiver ones, I will say this list would be completely different. So if anybody is just on the fly, please understand that this is wide receiver core rankings and not wide receiver 1 rankings. Because putting guys like Olave and London and Terry McLaurin and Pickens down here would be a literal crime, in my opinion.
Yeah.
These 4 teams knows how to get their fault.
Yeah, if y'all want us to do wide receiver core rankings, let us know.
Our wide receiver 1, let us know.
Wide receiver 1 rankings, not cores. That's literally what we're doing. I'm honestly surprised the Jets haven't made your list yet.
Shoot, hold on, I forgot about the Jets. Just kidding.
Oh.
No, I have the Jets.
Wait, yeah, you do have the Jets. Never mind.
I have the Jets.
Yeah, I like the Jets.
That's over Jacksonville and the Titans? That's crazy.
Yeah. I fear I do actually. Which they're up. Hold up.
You might have to put them next, aren't you?
Am I gonna put them next? No, I'm not gonna put them next.
Are you a Jets fan?
I'm not a Jets fan. I like the wide receivers. Dude, they have Corley. Corley's going to be a top 10 receiver.
Hopefully. No, actually not hopefully. He's a Jet. If he had gone to the Patriots, which I wanted. No, I wanted way too many wide receivers. I don't need to do that to myself again.
Dude, and they have Aaron Rodgers' best friend, Allen Lazard.
Allen Lazard is so buns. He is so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna put the Jets here.
Good.
Um,
Jets at 12.
yeah,
Any
definitely
reason
the
why you didn't
Jets.
make these teams, or
No, I like this list so far. Yeah, I mean, I like Mike Williams. I like Garrett Wilson, a dog.
oh yeah, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, and Mike Williams,
Far,
he's a good receiver
if he
when
stays,
healthy.
which isn't very likely.
I just, he's 29.
I think Corley ends up being wide receiver 2 by the end of the year. Whether that's due
Yeah,
to injury or not, I think Corley will end up taking the job because he's a dog. He's probably gonna play slot. Garrett Wilson will play your kind of Z style, and then you'll have Mike Williams out at X for that jump ball. Which
yeah.
is not a bad group. I would definitely take it over the Patriots group by far. But
I mean, saying Mike Williams stays healthy, this core is definitely
it's solid.
it's. I would rather have it over the yes for sure. I would rather have the Jets three guys over the Titans and the Jaguars, Cowboys,
I would rather have every
Browns.
team in the division, and then I forgot about the Dolphins. So
Oh yeah, obviously besides the Dolphins. Yeah, for sure. You had me questioning things, but like now that I'm thinking about it, yes, I would rather have that three than
I actually, now that I think about it, it's not a bad 3. I think
it's really not. I think you're looking at Mike Williams' injuries more.
I'm looking at it more harshly because it happens so often.
Yeah, I'm actually looking up Mike Williams' injury history because I want to.
He failed a physical in LA this past year. He went on IR week 4. He got COVID. He's okay. This is not being helpful. I was trying to find something for it, but
Okay, knee ACL tear, grade 3, ankle sprain, pull,
he said he is
ankle
very high risk
sprain.
of getting injured this year.
Yeah, he has a he has a 79.7% chance of getting injured, 9% per game.
Goodness.
Okay, but hey,
Multiple ankle sprains, multiple, an ACL tear, a couple back injuries, a hamstring, a shoulder joint, muscle spasms, knee bruise.
yeah,
Mm.
I think Mike Williams can stay healthy. I mean, he doesn't even have to necessarily stay healthy all 18 games this year.
He's gonna miss a few. He is definitely gonna miss a few.
It's okay if he misses a few. It's on Corley as well to see what he can do.
Yep.
Um, I'm excited to watch this Jets team, the wide receivers for sure.
I am too, honestly. I'm excited for it, but I also just don't think it's gonna turn out as good as you're hoping it is.
Yeah,
We're gonna come back and watch the Jets end up being like the best wide receiver core or something.
yeah, it's gonna be like Mike Williams.
Like I don't know, what's a team that I have low, extremely low? Oh yeah, Falcons. I'm like extremely low on them. They'll end up being like that 13 range. I'm like, oh cool.
Yeah, just Kirk Cousins like cooks, or like the Bills somehow they just fly up there.
Hey, I'd take the Patriots flying up. I'd take it. Let me see. I don't even know who I want to do next. I probably should just go ahead and go Titans, which is so weird. Titans last year going into it had like maybe like in the 20 or like the 19 through 24 range wide receiver core, and then now I'm putting them up at like 12. That just shows what one off season does, though. It's older, so like I said, they're probably only going to get a year of it, maybe 2, probably 2. but after that, it's going to be rough unless they sign some people.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could get rough next year. After next year, better hope.
Yeah, you just got to like hope and pray.
Yeah. Now we're getting to the territory where they have like one or two good stars and like no depth.
Nah, no. What are you talking about? Every team left has good depth.
Uh, the Bengals.
The Bengals have depth.
I fear the Bengals do not really have depth.
Chase, Higgins, Burton, Charlie Jones had a couple things last year. Irwin had a couple. Yoshibash had a couple things. They're not. It's not great depth. Well, okay, their top three is great, and then the depth is okay behind it. They filled in last year.
Yeah, but T Higgins, he still hasn't signed. So
You assume he's signing though, because he's on the depth chart.
I mean, I would assume, but you never know.
Fair. He will end up
Um,
signing because he's not going to want to lose that money.
yeah.
Hopefully, he
Here,
goes to the Patriots, which would be nice. Who you got here?
I have the Colts here.
You got the Colts. Okay. Yeah, I was putting the Colts up soon. I was just curious where you had them.
Yeah. Um, Pittman, Mitchell, and Downs.
Dog.
Really good depth behind them, but they don't have a true number one. I mean, Pittman, obviously, Pittman, but he's not that superstar number one. I think he's very talented. I'm a big fan of Pittman, but
Pittman fan. So you saying he's not a number one? I was a little insulted by that. I'm not gonna lie.
wait, did I say he's not a number one?
You like hinted at that's what you were saying. So I was like, what?
Well, he's not a superstar number one. Like he's not
I can agree.
like a Tyreek, Jefferson, Brown.
He's not a Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Jamar Chase. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Which is still the word. That's not a good example.
which
Um,
I think Michael Pittman could have a really good year because of the depth behind him, and if Richardson can stay healthy as well. Um,
oh yeah.
pretty sure he had 1,000 yards this year. He did.
I think so.
He did. Yes. Okay. Which is very impressive because he had Gardner Minshew back there.
He would have had 1,000 yards the past 3 years if he didn't have terrible QB play.
Yeah.
He is a good wide receiver. I've been on his train for a while. I said I would have taken him over Christian Kirk this past year. He ended up proving me right. But I think he's so much better than a lot of people give him credit for. And then Mitchell, I'm a little upset the Patriots didn't take him. A little bit, only a little, because he looks great. And of course, it's the Patriots' curse. We always pick the wrong wide receiver. So, just a little upset, but it's okay. My little rant for the day.
Yeah. Mitchell. It's gonna be funny if like Mitchell just becomes like a superstar
Yeah, like
in the Patriots.
Pickens and Tyquan Thornton. God, oh man, kill me now. That it hurts my head.
Yeah, I can't believe Pickens fell to the second round. It was because of off the field issues, wasn't it?
Which is the same reason for Mitchell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at. It's between two teams for me right now. Can't lie. I'm gonna put the Packers next. I really like the Packers' depth. I just think the Colts' top three is better than what the Packers have at their top three right now. It's a great,
I mean,
but it's close.
yeah.
Past, they have a good top four, but then like past that, it's just like meh. Like it's not good at all.
But the Packers give all three of those guys give the same production though.
True. None of them are a number one though,
Yeah.
which is an issue for me, because I think the Colts have a number one and then a couple number twos. Meanwhile, they just have three number twos, and a guy who can't stay healthy as a number two, which I don't really appreciate. Um,
Thinking about it now, yeah, I agree with you.
you wanna flip it?
Yeah, because Pittman, yeah, 100%.
It's super close though. I will say, like, I do love this group. Um, I think I think Reed can end up being the number one over with the Packers because I think he's a stud. Um, but
Yeah, Christian Kirk was supposed to be that number one guy, but he just has not shown up. Or he hasn't been that number one guy, and he has some injury problems.
yeah, Watson's had a couple moments. He just hasn't had. Yeah, 2021 stats. He had 43 catches, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Mm. Yeah.
So like he's good, and like I said, it's a good group. You're at we have him ranked at 11. Like it's a great group. So
Yeah, it's still it's still a really good group. I think someone needs to investigate the Packers on how they always have a
touche.
good wide receiver core and a quarterback.
You should talk about that one. Well, at least with the wide receiver core part.
Okay, yes, wide receiver core, yes, but
What are y'all feeding them?
I mean, this year it could be worrisome. It could be bad. But I feel like Steelers fans and Packers fans should never be able to complain.
About their wide receiver cores? Yes.
No, just in general, because they always make the playoffs. And
fans really, truly can't either.
Yeah, that also. Give Patriots fans another 5 years of losings.
Can I be
I don't mind.
annoyed by the idiocracy that goes on? Sure. Am I allowed to voice it? Sure. Am I allowed to truly complain about having a sucky season? No.
Yeah, because you could be like a Commanders fan or a Giants fan.
No, Giants have had 2 Super Bowls.
But it's been a
So like a Redskins fan or Falcons.
Cardinals.
Falcons fan would be worse than anything.
I don't know. Being a Panthers fan.
That's definitely the worst in the league right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Or a Bears fan.
Oh,
Bears fans is pretty bad.
Lions, I would have said that 2 years ago for sure. Miami, I'd say Miami too. Really.
Yeah, because they still got that hope that Tua's going to be good.
They haven't had a playoff win in 23 years. So.
I mean, get a better quarterback. That's all I got to say.
Trade for Dak Prescott.
Would you give up Jalen Waddle and Tua for Dak Prescott?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering. that trade just popped in my head, and I was like, let's shoot that out there.
Fantasy football type trade right there.
That is a fantasy football type trade.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead because I already said I'd do it. What is it? There. Okay, I did it. Colts were obviously my team as well. Here at 10. Yeah, 10. Colts ended up just making it. Wow. And the rest of these teams, they are super good. So,
they have 2 stars on their roster.
Yeah, all of them do. Some of them have 3.
Yeah.
2 of them, in my opinion, have 3. But
okay.
I'll let you figure that one out for yourself.
Bears?
Yeah.
And Vikings?
No.
Wait, no, not the Vikings.
Well, we'll get to it.
Okay, yes. I would love to know.
You got a 9.
Here at 9,
stuck, aren't you? I'm stuck too. So, giving us.
These teams are just so good that it's like,
Well, you have the depth chart pulled up, right?
yeah, I I'm going with the Bengals.
That's crazy. That's kind of wild in my opinion, but all right. You're a Bengals hater. I'll let you hate.
No, 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 no. Actually, ignore what I just said.
You are a Bengals hater
Because
though. You can't
no,
deny
no,
it.
I am. I am. I full on am. I don't like the pieces behind Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I don't know if he will be back there. Um,
I mean, they're
golly,
lucky
this
he's
is
back, but like 9 was just crazy. I at least have one more team I put. Two more teams actually. I got two.
I'm gonna go with the. Do I do this though?
If you're gonna say San Fran, do not do it.
No, 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 not San Fran. It's down to the Seahawks and Bucks.
Okay, that's completely fair.
I think the Bucks.
Yeah, then we're in
Uh,
agreement. Wait, no, we're not actually.
no, no, no. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Then we are in
See,
agreement.
Seahawks are in my final decision because
I think they have three good wide receivers. That was the other team.
Jackson's.
JSN is a stud. They just have a bum at QB.
Yeah, JSN hasn't shown anything yet.
He's got the
But
best separation metric on the team.
Tyler Lockett is older. DK Metcalf is a star. JSN can still. He still has some years to show up. So because the Bucks have Evans and Godwin, so
Yeah.
those two guys I'd rather have over those three right now.
I'm in the same boat. I like the depth behind them three a little bit more. I like McMillan. So
Their depth is a bit better than the Bucks too.
yeah.
And they're younger too. So besides Tyler Lockett,
yeah, of course. Like it's super close. It is a close. So you said Seahawks here at 9.
yeah,
Okay. Then we are in agreement. I still think. What is this doing? I still think Lockett's a star, or not like a star, but like a great wide receiver. I think DK is a great wide receiver. I think JSN will end up replacing Lockett in his role and being a great wide receiver. Um, I don't know. I like the group. They're just slightly better than the Colts right now, but yeah.
yeah. In comparing it to the Bucks,
It's so close though.
it is really close.
Honestly,
If JSN if JSN takes that step, they're better than the Bucks core.
They would be better than my next two teams if JSN takes the step.
But I obviously have the Bucks here next. But yeah, just I like their core more than Seattle.
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Just by a hair, though.
Oh, very much so.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a wild take. Just preparing everybody who's listening or watching. If you're not just watching it, we have it on YouTube. We have the charts pulled up. Feel free to check that out, just so you get a visual.
And if you missed last episode, you can see it.
I gotta do it. Yeah, I got the Vikings.
Vikings?
It's okay. It's just Jefferson and Addison. Look at past it. Nothing. Zilch.
Yeah. But
Addison is still
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson's a stud. Okay. If it was just wide receiver ones, he'd be sitting here and here alone. I'd have his own tier made for him. But Addison, I think he's at Godwin level right now, and I think Evans is still like a top 10-ish wide receiver, and the depth past those two for the Bucks I think is better, and so that's what kind of keeps it a little bit higher. And I also think playing with Sam Darnold, they're probably going to end up having a worse year anyway. So
Whoa, our boy's starting there. JJ McCarthy.
Our boy might not be starting.
Well, I don't think he'll start the season, but he will play.
He will play, yes, but like right now, I mean.
Yeah.
It's super close. Like I genuinely was just thinking about it.
Well, I am higher on the Vikings than you are because Jefferson elevates that core so much.
He is
then
great.
I would rather have Jefferson over Evans and Godwin.
I mean,
no, I would rather have Jefferson and Addison over Godwin and Evans.
I think Godwin's been underrated this past season.
No, I still think Godwin is a good quarterback, but or wide receiver, yeah, quarterback, same thing. But yeah, I like Addison and Jefferson more. Godwin did, but he's younger.
He's just not getting touchdowns. But okay, we're going off youth and like longevity wise, sure, Vikings. But like right now, I think the Bucks are better.
What I saw from Addison is very talented.
Very talented for sure, but they don't have a quarterback at the moment that I think is going to do it. We haven't seen JJ do it yet, so I'm curious. I just don't think he's done it yet. And actually, looking at it, Addison actually did have a better year. He had 100 less yards, but had 8 more touchdowns. So I'm taking that back. I guess Addison did have a better year. So I'm actually just going to go like this. I'll put my foot in my mouth, if it'll let me. We're just going to go like that. You make a good point, though. It's super close, though. I think it's like very neck and neck for me, though.
Yeah. It nearly doesn't matter what you have behind Jefferson, almost, because how great he is.
Like this past year?
Yeah. I wish they would have kept KJ Osborne. I like Osborne.
I do too. If they had kept Osborne out, I wouldn't even have thought about it. Like it would not have been a thought in my head.
No. Here next, this is gonna be a kind of a shocker here at the Bengals. Jamar Chase, extremely talented. T. Higgins, don't know if he'll play. And after that, Burton. But
could be good.
After that, it's scary. It's scary bad. I don't like any of the guys behind him.
They're just like depth pieces. They're solid rotational guys. They're not going to be studs by any means, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I like I would nearly pick Addison and Jefferson over.
Well, you did.
Hey, yeah, no, I did actually. Yeah, no, I would. Yeah. No, I absolutely would actually, thinking about it. I'm a big fan of Addison.
I'm a big fan too.
Big. He is extremely talented.
You got the stack with JJ and Addison. I let it happen, but you got the stack with it.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I did draft JJ McCarthy and Addison. My quarterback room is kind of shaky in that league, though.
Oh, it's not great. No,
it's not. I hope Baker has another year like he did.
Yeah.
And JJ's a star.
Well, let me see. I have T-Law, Will Levis, Sam Darnold and Spencer Rattler. So mine's not great either. I'm really dependent on
Hey,
the top two.
there is some news about Will Levis.
We're not going to talk about that. That's not what this podcast is about. So, moving on.
Yeah, no,
Moving right on.
uh,
Um, I actually saw some memes on that, but never mind. Never the mind.
been watching some film on Will Levis.
No. No, Bradley, no.
Just joking. Time out. Back to wide receiver rankings.
Yes, back to what we're actually talking about. Okay, yeah, I do. No, I don't. Maybe I do. Hold on. Stat lookup. It's super close for me right now. Between two teams. Um, Actually, you know what? No, it's not because I forgot about the depth. I'm going with the Bengals if it'll let me. Yeah, I got the Bengals here at 6. They're just barely missing the top 5. And I like Higgins. I think he's going to be great if he plays. I love Chase if he I just think the top 2 it's great. Burton's good, but the depth behind it, like you said, isn't amazing. I just think it's better than what's behind this group. I still think Chase is still top 5. Jefferson obviously is too, but
Yeah.
Chase is like
Yeah.
in that top 5.
Chase is for sure top 5 still.
He's good.
Yeah. But
Who's starting your top? Well, wait.
starting my top 5.
No, we skipped you. I guess I went twice.
Oh well, it's the Vikings. I think you did start go twice.
My bad.
Yeah, it's the Vikings. I like Addison. I already kind of touched on this. I like Addison and Jefferson more than I do Chase and
Higgins.
Higgins.
It's super
So
close for me. Like super close. I just think the depth behind with the Bengals is actually a lot better. Do they still have N'Keal Harry on the Vikings?
what?
I was just wondering if N'Keal Harry's still with the Vikings. He is still with the Vikings. Yeah, that's why they're behind him. Because N'Keal Harry is your wide receiver 4.
Hmm.
Which is kind of crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there in my eyes, there's more weight on Jefferson and Addison.
But then, like, Jefferson goes down. That means N'Keal Harry's just right in your lineup, and you don't have 2 good targets to go to. That's my issue. Because Jefferson did go down this past year, and he still had 1,000 yards. I thought was wild.
Yeah, that is insane. I'm still picking the Vikings over them.
I understand it though. It's super close. I will say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah. No, because I went twice, so you go twice.
Oh, okay.
We got distracted by your Will Levis joke.
I don't know what joke you're talking about.
Yeah, nothing. What are you thinking here? F5. Gosh, this is rough. This is a rough group.
Who am I?
Yeah, I just don't.
That Bears group is so talented, but after those 3,
But it's so talented though.
there's not much. I mean, yeah, there is actually looking at it. No, there is.
There's depth. I think I know who I'm picking.
I'm picking the Eagles.
You're picking the Eagles. That's not what I was thinking.
Yes.
I like it though.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, obviously. No. Take it back. I'm going with the Texans.
The Texans.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, I like it. Spicy. But I like
it. Because Stephon Diggs had he's losing his spark at wide receiver.
You're not wrong.
Tank Dell, I have to see more from him. I believe he got injured this year, didn't he?
Yeah, not expected.
Which is not a good sign.
No, and it wasn't surprising to me at all.
Nico Collins, I think if one of these guys go down, I don't like John Mechie. Yeah, Mechie.
Skowronek, Brown. Hutchinson, Woods. No, the depth is cracked, honestly. But no, the depth is crazy.
But I'm still going with the Texans because I like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith more than I do like those three cores. Maybe after this year, if I see more from Collins and Tank Dell,
it'll definitely be easier to do.
Yeah, then it'll be easier. Like if they have another year like they did this year. But yeah, I have the Texans a little lower than I would think.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I'm trying to decide now because you made a good point. I know who I'm not picking, and it is not. I will say it's not those two.
Did you have the Eagles here?
I'm thinking about it. I was really thinking about it, but you made a really good point. And I was also thinking 49ers because just the top two. Like, I look at the top two and I'm like, well, and Pearsall, I'm not the biggest fan. Still taking him first round. Man, dude, I'm stuck. I'm going to do the Eagles just so that we're different a little bit. If my computer will load. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going Eagles. Everything past Brown and Smith suck. Like, it is terrible, in my opinion. Brown is a top 5 wide receiver right now, and Smith is a top 15 guy. So you have two great guys, but I just think the Texans, you got 3 guys who could end up being like top 20. I think Nico could end up definitely being top 15. Diggs still top 10-ish with Stroud, and then Dell I could see end up being great, but that injury is concerning. But the depth is just so much better with the Texans.
Yeah. Their depth is better, but I like AJ and Smith a lot more than I do that 3 core.
Fair.
But here I'm putting the Eagles.
Fair enough.
Yeah. These. Yeah, you can't put Debo and definitely the Eagles here. Like you said, after AJ Brown and Smith, there's really not much there. But I like it as Smith and Brown more than the 3 over in Houston.
I think Diggs was still near the top 10, like close to it. I think Nico was near the top 10 this year too, and then Dell was playing really well. Up until his injury, I will give him that, but the injury is concerning. I think he's going to be very plagued by injuries in his career, just from what I watched and what I've seen. I thought he was just going to be injury prone in the league, and it's kind of holding up at the moment, unfortunately. Even though it was kind of a freak accident how it happened, so.
Yeah.
Man. Now I'm looking at my top 3, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. This is getting rough, I will say. I think we could definitely post the lists on TikTok for y'all and see how that goes.
Oh yeah, we could get totally cooked.
Probably we will. I'm stuck. Who do I like more? No, okay, I'll go Texans here. I thought about being different and then putting 49ers because I kind of like Nico Collins a little more than everybody but Ayuk right now. So I'm not a big Debo fan anymore. Debo just gets hurt and he's too much of a diva.
Yeah.
It's hard to cheer on.
Yeah, I thought of
level.
putting the 49ers
I also think
higher.
PSL is probably going to end up being good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially with the quarterback that good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I forgot who their quarterback was. And I was like, oh yeah, totally. And I was like, oh wait, it's Purdy.
I just had you say Purdy was a good quarterback.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what's tricking you right now. Those two. Tricking you.
Oh no, I think Purdy's a good quarterback.
Sure.
I like Purdy. I have the 49ers here.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Next, yeah. Because Debo injury and Brandon Ayuk and Debo are really good. But it's Debo's injuries that knock. Cause he got injured twice this year.
Yeah,
So
I don't even think Debo's that great of a wide receiver. He's just a great player, if that makes sense.
and they have really good schemes over there.
Yeah, they do. I don't think Debo is ranked in my top 15 wide receivers, but like as an actual receiving threat, he is great with the ball. Because he's not great in a lot of aspects that I think we actually give to wide receivers.
Yeah. We don't think about the scheme as much as we do wide quarterbacks.
No, definitely not. He's definitely a schemed up guy. I think they'll probably, hopefully, do that with Corley over in with the Jets this year. I think you could put him in a similar role. Yeah, I'm gonna go with San Fran as well at my 3. It's just like they're really good, and I think Pearsall will end up being great. I think Ayuk's gonna end up being great, and you'll still have them even when Debo goes down. So like, there's not much to worry about.
Yeah.
Heck, really, you could include Christian McCaffrey in this if you wanted to for them, but we're only doing wide receivers.
Yeah, but then you'd have to look at the Falcons and then Kyle
Yeah,
Pitts.
this whole list would change on a lot of these receiving.
Yeah, like the Ravens.
Yeah, a lot of these teams
would. I don't think. I think. Yeah. Oh, this is hard.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm doing it.
Who do you have at 2?
I have Dolphins at 2. Odell sucks at this point in time. Odell is.
No, I fully agree, but Waddle
got hurt, and I would take Keenan Allen at this stage right now, just this year. Keenan Allen, I still think is a better wide receiver than Waddle.
No way. No way.
Go look at it. Just go look at the stats.
Jalen Waddle?
Look at all the stuff. Go look at the advanced. Waddle was not great this past year.
Because he had Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had...
You've had Tyreek the past 2 years.
Okay, but you're worried about Mike Williams getting injured. Keenan Allen gets injured too.
He didn't get hurt this past year at all. He didn't get touched.
But the year before that, he got injured. He was out the whole year, I believe.
He was out half it, but he still had 700 yards, 4 touchdowns. Let me see that. Hold on. Let me pull it up. What year was that? Yeah, he played 10 games the year before.
I think I'm going to put the Bears at... no, I'm going to put the Dolphins at 2 as well because because the Bears 3 is really good.
It's gross how good it is.
Yeah, like it's disgusting. Like it's a crime that the Bears got.
Odunze.
the
Falcons should have picked Odunze, man. Like really.
it's a criminal that they got Odunze.
Odunze's fantasy value this year sucks. But after that, when Keenan Allen probably retires after this season, it's gonna be awesome.
But yeah, I like their 3 is better than their 3 in Miami.
I think Hill's top 2. So I will say that.
Yeah, Hill is definitely top 2.
DJ Moore's top 10. I think Keenan Allen's right on that cusp. I think Rome Odunze's in that top. He'll probably end up being in that top 20 range eventually. Maybe not this year, but he's definitely better than Odell by far. Waddle, I love Waddle, but Waddle just got hurt this past year, and I don't know. I like Keenan Allen a little bit better than I do. There's probably some bias here. There's definitely some bias here actually, but I just like Keenan Allen a little better than I do. Not Tyreek. What's his name? Waddle. Also, the depth behind those top 3 is terrible. Like, I just went and looked. It is awful. I mean, it's not great for the Bears either. Neither team has great depth, actually.
Yeah, their depth, but it's just really their core.
Their top 3 core is just disgustingly good. Like, these top 4 teams all have, like, especially the 49ers, the Bears, and Texans, all have, like, 3 guys that are going to be, like, good. Or were good.
Yeah.
It's just, why did the league let this happen? Falcons, y'all literally could have had Drake London, and y'all picked Michael Penix. You could have, what am I saying? You could have had Drake London and Rome Odunze, and you picked Michael Penix. That does not help Kirk Cousins at all. Like, not even in the slightest. All you did was just make him mad.
Yeah, now I hope Kirk Cousins just goes off this season.
I do. I'd rather him go off. It doesn't help me for him to suck. You know? So it's just like, I'd rather him do good. Just that way Kirk has a team behind him that actually supports him. But that didn't support him. They picked a quarterback, which is why he left in the first place. So frustrating.
Yeah.
Just rough out here.
It's funny how the Falcons handled this offseason.
It's terribly bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But it's the Falcons, so I mean, I can't be surprised. You know, that 28-3 nonsense is still in their brain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have much more to say on this. Like this is our wide receiver core rankings, guys. So.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, feel free, go check the other part if y'all didn't already. If you're listening to this, go check it out on YouTube so you can see it. So you can just see it. Maybe we can get this up on TikTok too. So anybody who wants to go look at it on TikTok can go follow us on there and go check it out.
Yeah, it will be on TikTok.
It will be, yeah. It'll be on TikTok soon. Probably gonna get comments like, "Oh, what is this? This is gross." Yeah, and people are gonna, this is, it's gonna be fun. I don't know. I don't have much more to say. You got any thoughts, anything?
No, I don't either.
All right. Well, that's, I guess, where we'll wrap it up then for this episode. So I just want to say thank you all for listening to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. Be sure wherever you are listening to leave a like, follow, subscribe, or a comment. We always appreciate it. If y'all disagree with any takes or anything, let us know down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all tune in the next one, and peace out.
Peace.